Looks like my baby bro is alive after all.
Adam, what are you doing here?
You didn't talk to me when Mom and Dad were alive. You didn't let me speak when Mom and Dad died. You just show up here, push me around, and expect me to want to talk to you?
You're the reason our parents are dead. Their alcoholic disappointment of a son was there, but the good son wasn't.
I saw the only items they had left were their rings, so I took them. I don't care if you call me selfish. I wasn't ready to let them go. You were always on one of your benders, and we always had to suffer for it. Do you even remember what happened that night? It was 2 a.m. You weren't home. Mom and Dad were worried sick, and once again, I had to cover for you. The entire reason why they were in the car in the first place was because of you. They were out looking for you. A friend of mine died, and I was just looking up information about what happened.
Friend? What friend?
David Albright.
What are you doing?
What's it look like I'm doing? I'm gonna pay Miss Albright a visit.
Where?
Washington. Read up about his death, about the hit and run, about how he laid on the side of the road for hours before anyone even noticed, about how the culprit was never found.
David, he was your, best friend growing up, wasn't he? When was the last time you two spoke?
5 years ago.
5 years.
So at the same time I stopped talking to you. Hi, Kyle. This is David's mom, Suzanne Albright. I saw your post on his memorial page. It has been a hard 3.5 years for me. Sorry you had to find out over the internet, but always remember he's watching over us daily, and always keep him in your heart, for this is what he would have wanted. If you ever want to talk, send me a message. We need to talk. How are you? I feel like there were some things left unsaid.
I think we said enough.
You work here?
Occasionally.
Well, it's good to see you.
Wish I could say the same.
You're letting Dan get to your head.
Dan was right.
Don't give me that. None of this would have ever happened if he didn't pressure you.
He didn't say anything that I wasn't already thinking. Look at you, Kyle. Look at me. We're from two different worlds, buddy. You got the new clothes, new shoes, new coats. By the looks of it, looks like you got a secure job. Live in a goddamn mansion.
It's not a mansion.
You know where I've been the last 6 years? I don't have a home. I go from halfway house to halfway house. I don't got shit going for me. Everything I do creates a stain on others. We went last together, Kyle. I saw you changing. I don't want you becoming like me. I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
You need to stop making decisions for me. I'm a big boy now, Adam. You can hide behind this little facade of yours if you'd like, but I'm not ashamed of who you are, and you shouldn't be either.
Sure. What are you doing here, Kyle?
Are you surprised to see me?
Nope.
Exactly. We are overdue for a talk. I think we owe that to ourselves.
You're delusional. I think we paid our debt.
And you have things to answer for, Adam.
What do I?
And I'm not leaving here until we settle this.
It's gonna be a long night.
I'm not dealing with this. You're urging me so much. Every time, every goddamn time, I deal with this.
Kyle,
Relax.
Do not tell me to relax and take those stupid sunglasses off if it's not even daylight out. We've been here a week and you've done everything you can to distract me from seeing the Albrights. Why?
What are you gonna do, Kyle? Show up at the front door and announce yourself? You haven't even told them you're in town. You can't just walk up to the door and expect answers.
Why the hell not? That's exactly what you did.
What's up with you, man? You're not acting right.
I am tired. I'm hungry. I haven't heard from Wes. I'm homesick. And worst of all, I'm stuck here with you.
Ladies seem to like it.
Okay.
You put yourself in this situation, Kyle. I didn't. Your obsession on this case is making you crazy. You should be grateful that you have someone like me looking out for you.
Looking out for me? Are you nuts? You've been a pain in the ass this entire time.
Kyle, you have articles of David all over your fucking room. You haven't spoken to the kid in 5 goddamn years. What kind of friend is that? And look where we are right now. Washington, miles away from home. And for what? For what? For you to make a crack in the case? This isn't your jurisdiction, Kyle. It's not even your business.
That's okay, because you know why?
You don't have to be here. David wasn't even your friend, so you don't get to go dictating orders at me. Tomorrow, I'm going to the Albright's house alone.
I'm not letting you do that.
I am not asking you, I'm telling you. So just go do whatever it is you do. Maybe make a friend or something.
This isn't you, Kyle. This case is making you insane. You're not ready for this.
Our parents died and I caused the accident, remember? I think I can handle this.
It's a lot you don't know about me, kid.
Yeah, like this?
You going through my things?
Where's all the money coming from, Adam? What do you do?
It's mine. I can do what I want with it.
Right, just like you stopped by my house just to check up on me. It's bullshit, and you know it. You know, you lied to me, and I accept that lie because I know that's what you do. You just want to tra-la-la through life and avoid any type of responsibility. But you and I, we don't work well together. It's a goddamn hurricane every time we're in the same room.
You finished?
You know, it was stupid of me for letting you tag along. Me thinking maybe the two of us could find common ground. Big mistake. I mean it, Adam. I need to do this on my own. All right? You never cared about David. You didn't even know David, so just back off. Sorry to just drop by.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sure you got a lot of questions.
Mrs. Albright,
Suzanne, please.
it's kind of quiet around here. Do you live alone?
No. My husband Daniel's at work. He'll be home later. And Mason should be home any minute.
Mason.
My son?
David has a brother?
Yeah, you didn't know? Pregnancy with David was pretty difficult. And the chances of us getting pregnant again were highly unlikely. So Daniel and I decided to adopt. And Mason's been with us since he was 6.
David never told me.
You know, I think David's tragedy affected all of us in different ways. And I think Mason's had the most difficult time adjusting. But anyway, you've come all this way. You must have a lot of questions.
Yeah. Guess I don't really know where to start. Why haven't there been any leads in David's case?
I wish I knew. We tried everything to solve it. There've been no leads. 3.5 years and just nothing.
Mom, I'm home. Whose car is outside?
We're in here, dear.
Who's this?
Mason, this is one of David's friends.
Kyle, right?
Yeah.
Is this guy you've been corresponding with? You invited him here?
No, honey.
I just stopped by.
How did you find us?
Your family story's quite known around the town, so it wasn't hard to get put in the right direction.
Mom, what the hell did you do?
Mason, Kyle is a guest in our house and your brother's friend.
Dead brother's friend. Look, man, just leave us alone. All the answers you need are already in the papers.
Just trying to help.
And you're not welcome here.
Mason, please stop it. Let me speak with Kyle. Kyle, I'm so sorry. I should have apologized. You can be a bit hostile sometimes.
It's fine. Kind of reminds me of my brother.
Hey, honey. How was work?
Same old, same old.
You're a little later than usual.
Oh. Persistent clients, babe. Who's this?
This is Kyle. Remember the boy that I was...
Sue, I need to speak with you privately in the kitchen, please. What the hell, Sue?
Dad, what do you expect me to say to the kid? He just showed up.
I thought we already discussed this. Nobody outside our family is welcome in this house. We've been through so much. We can't keep having prying eyes trying to exploit us.
Listen to yourself, Dan. Kyle was David's friend.
Well, exactly. So where was he when David died, huh? Why 3.5 years later?
Well, you can't blame the kid for not knowing with all the moving that we did.
Well, it's not just us we have to worry about, Sue. It's Mason. You know that boy still struggles with all this. How is it fair to keep doing this to him? He's all we have left.
I love Mason.
Then why keep this up? Why even engage in the first place?
I still love David.
Oh, and I don't? This was a reckless decision on your part. We'll go back in there and we'll play the perfect family. But once this is all done, you and I are going to have a talk.
Are you okay?
Not according to my brother.
We should get you off the floor. Guests aren't allowed up here.
It's probably where I belong.
Are you intoxicated?
No.
Oh, I see.
Guests aren't allowed up here.
So what's the deal with your brother?
Who wants to know?
Well, he's got you on the floor, doesn't he?
See, that's how much of a mind fucker he is. He's got us on the floor. You haven't even met him, and already he's manipulated you.
Well, where is he now?
Out. Playing detective today.
Detective?
Solving the case of David Albright. You're a local. You know the name?
Everyone knows that name.
Of course you do.
I was the last one to see David before he died.
It wasn't easy finding out from the media about his death. It took a while to digest. I needed answers. I needed to find out exactly what happened. And I know me dropping by wasn't ideal, but I don't know.
No, I believe you still had some questions for us.
Yes.
No, please, feel free.
How did David die?
Are you stupid or something? It's been documented quite well over the years.
I understand. But everything I know is from what the newspaper reported. I just thought maybe you all could provide a different perspective for me.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Let me see. David was on his way home from work. He didn't have a car, and because Dan and I were working so much, we couldn't always be there to pick him up. So his main mode of transport was a bicycle. It was raining,
and he'd just finished the late shift. And based on the evidence, we know that he was struck from behind by a truck. And the force of the impact threw David from the bike, and he was found hours later on the side of the road. But by that point,
David survived the impact, but he's brain dead. There's no hope. So we let him go.
You satisfied?
Mason.
No, Mom. Don't you see what all this is? Don't you remember? He's some goddamn reporter.
Mason.
Aren't you?
A reporter? What?
Don't you remember how the press treated us? Circling our house for weeks, looking into our backgrounds, publishing embarrassing stories, stripping every ounce of dignity we had. They would send the neighbors over, we would invite them in, and suddenly our conversations ended up in the fucking paper.
I'm not a reporter.
Then that just makes it worse.
Excuse me?
Because you're David's friend, right? Well, he's been dead these last few years, and now you turn up?
That's enough.
Look, sometimes people, they drift apart.
I know your secret. You abandoned him, just like everyone else.
You know, you guys deserve each other.
And I'll fucking kill you.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm looking for my brother.
Who the hell are you?
We need to talk.
Now is not a good time.
Why do you always say that?
Who the fuck are you?
I'm sorry, this is my brother Adam, who is now leaving.
You raised in a barn? You don't just walk into someone's
You didn't
house
mean
and start...
nothing by it, okay?
Yeah, keep the trash on the street where it belongs.
What the fuck did you say?
I got this under control.
Get out of here!
Just give me a minute to explain.
Everyone knock it off. Mason, go to your bedroom. Kyle, I need to speak with you in the kitchen. Dan, stay here with Adam. Kyle, this is a mistake.
What?
No, look, this is completely my fault. You're a smart boy, and I thank you for being a friend to my son, but I never should have replied to you. This has gotten completely out of hand.
I don't want you to think that.
No, Kyle, I think it's best that you leave.
I want to speak to him first.
Mason, please leave.
Not until I speak with him. Alone.
Fine. Make it quick.
You know, Kyle never mentioned you.
Well, you know, Kyle's always the drama queen. I won't hold it against him, though, considering the clientele.
You want some advice, Adam?
Not really.
This charade of yours isn't going to last. Doesn't take a genius to figure out that both you and your brother are estranged. You made all the wrong choices in coming here.
What are you, my therapist?
I'm licensed in this state, yes. When we lost David, it was traumatic. Our family struggles with it every day.
Hey, man, we all got our problems.
You're not listening to me. Our family has sacrificed enough. Our family has been through enough. I will do whatever it takes to protect them. And I'm not afraid to do so.
You ain't gonna do shit.
Try me. I'd stay away from your brother. You're just a little boy, trying to make a name for yourself. You're garbage. Trailer trash by the looks of it. You're only going to bring Kyle down. Could you live with yourself if you let that happen? Or has it already happened? Yes. I see it now. You're the oldest, but Kyle outgrows you every day. It's something you can never compete with. And you hate yourself for allowing that to happen, don't you? Your hope in life is to outgrow Kyle, who's long overshadowed you. Kyle has all the chances in the world, and you're smothering him because of it. You didn't come all this way to help Kyle. You came to prevent him.
Never been called trailer trash before.
It's first time for everything.
You're trying to blindside me from noticing you making moves against my brother. Your psychoanalysis bullshit isn't going to distract me, but I appreciate the sentiment. But I'll tell you this. You get between me and my brother, and I'll see to it that your family falls apart again.
I think I've said everything I needed to say.
David's case is none of your business.
I just wanted to help.
We don't need your help.
I get it, okay? You've all been through so much. I understand the resistance, but I did not come here to con you. I did not come here to make your lives miserable. I just wanted to get to the bottom of this and find out what it's really about.
And I'm telling you, it's a waste of your time. You think we haven't already tried? We've scoured through the newspapers. We've spoken to the detectives. We've hired our own private investigators. And you know what we got? Nothing. We need to move on. And how can we do that when people like you prohibit us?
I'm not trying to cause pain.
You've come all the way here, playing us like fools, trying to say how close you two were, when you know damn well you haven't even spoken to him in 5 years.
How did you know?
I think I would know my own brother. His behavior began to change the last time you two spoke. My family never had to pick someone up from jail, for one. Arrested for possession of illegal substances. David never did drugs. He was even tested and came out clean. Ain't that some shit, right? Mom and Dad never really treated him the same way after that. Despite all the drug tests, which he took voluntarily, and all the negative results, they never fully trusted him. His behavior continued to change, and I couldn't figure out his problem. I knew something was off, but he never talked about it. And then I remembered he had a guest over at the night of his arrest. You. David lived alone. Mom and Dad didn't know of your presence, but I did. Strange how you suddenly disappeared after the arrest. David never did drugs, but somehow you're crossing on a side street where he gets busted? I'm not buying that.
What are you accusing me of?
It wasn't hard to put the pieces together. Cocaine and some heavy stuff. You show up at my brother's doorstep. You get him involved in your drug deal. He gets caught, gets arrested, you bail, and suddenly we have to clean up your mess. So tell me, Kyle, is it the guilt that led you here? Because trust me, a lot of David's friends have come and paid their respects. Most of them did it within the first few months after it all happened. Now you show up years later. David wanted nothing to do with you. Not after what you did to him.
That's not the true story.
Bullshit.
Let them handle it.
You fucking crazy, man?
I've known David since I was 8, and he never even mentioned you. So you expect me to believe that you knew I was in town when you two never even spoke?
I met up with him during your stay. We were working out our differences.
Well, I don't blame him, seeing as how you ended up.
You fucking...
What's the problem here?
Why don't you ask your boy, trying to come up in here and erase the past, when he screwed up David's life and is now trying to play the victim? Fuck you!
You don't know what you're talking about.
There's no coke here. Try next door.
Fuck you.
Stop it.
My brother's a junkie?
Go home, Kyle.
I'm not going anywhere until I find out what's going on here.
I'll handle it. Go home.
This isn't your problem.
Fuck you, Kyle. Get your ass home.
Some help you are.
Get lost, Kyle.
Sorry about all this. My brother, he just doesn't know when to quit, you know?
Get Kyle off this case.
That's not going to happen.
Fine. Now let me speak.
That's not going to happen either. Look, The whole reason he's here is for your brother, to find out what happened to him. Why can't you and your family accept that?
Because David's ending is his tragedy. It's not going to do neither one of us any good if we keep bringing it up.
He doesn't deserve to be treated like this. Not after coming all this way.
You can't put that on us. We never invited him here. He's not welcome. Neither are you. Get out of my house.
You don't have to tell me twice. Just one more thing.
What the fuck do you want, man?
You say you all have moved on, but I know you're hurting. I know what that feels like. You take each day as it comes, and each day gets a little bit better, but you never really move on from it. So I respect those feelings that you have right now. But if you ever lay a hand on my brother, I won't be as kind. Kumbaya, bitch.
His days are numbered.
Give it a rest, Dad.
Everything all right?
No, Mom. Everything isn't all right. Everything is not all right. Look at us. How long are we going to keep doing this? Pretending that everything's okay when we're just barely keeping afloat.
Is that my shirt? Dude, what the fuck?
Madam. You learn to lighten up, man.
And you're wasted.
Oh God, how the tables have turned.
Okay. What did I do now?
You know, Mom and Dad hated you. They did. I was their favorite. You were their mistake.
Alrighty. Let's get you to bed, buddy.
No. You must join me for a drink. Shall we make a toast? How about to abominations?
I'm sober.
Fuck your sobriety.
We're done here.
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
I don't want to hurt you, okay? You provoking me is not going to work.
What do you care if you hurt me? You don't even care about me. So just do what you do best and throw him back.
Fucking sober, goddammit.
5 fucking years too late.
You want to put that on me now?
I mean, you're just as useless now as you were then.
Is it true?
What?
Everything Mason said.
No.
Mason seems to think so.
Well, since when did Mason's word become the Bible?
You had the audacity to wave addiction in my face, chugging alcohol left and right. This entire time, you had a drug problem.
It was a long time ago.
So it's true.
I told you not to come here. I told you this was my business. You had no right to be there.
Not the one that's gonna get his ass beat.
I had it under control, but you just had to come in and show your dominance.
I came because I had information you needed to hear.
And your way of telling me that was just barge into someone else's house and demand to see me?
Look, don't act like things were civil. Those people hated you. I'm not about to stand around and let you get disrespected. Don't you know that by now? I'm your brother. I'm supposed to look out for you.
You abandoned me.
You left me. Pathetic, right? Worthless? That's what you said at our parents' funeral. You don't care about anybody. There's no resolve in this.
What did David have on you? I'm not buying that bullshit story of David being there for you. Plenty of people are there for me and I didn't chase after them like this.
It's because you have no loyalty. You just go wherever the wind blows.
Was he your boyfriend or something?
No.
Then what is it? What? Who was he? None of this makes fucking sense.
After our parents' funeral, I was a wreck. I was devastated. We were done. I needed support. So I stayed with David. But when David and I reconnected, he wasn't the same, but neither was I. I needed to numb the pain. I made friends with some bad people. I got introduced to cocaine. And I liked it. I lost control. One night after picking up my supply, David confronted me. He knew everything. I was out of control. I kept arguing with him. And that's when we caught the attention of the police. David pushed me into the shadows and he took the fall for the coke. If he didn't do that, that would have changed the whole trajectory of my life. I don't know why he did it. I was reckless. Here I am, witnessing my best friend get taken to jail, right after finding out that I caused my parents' death. I fled the scene. I tried to make it up to him. I called, but he never answered.
So everything Mason said.
All Mason did was put pieces together and come up with his own conclusion. He doesn't know the full story. For the most part, it was pretty accurate.
Where's the blow now?
I don't have...
Wrong answer. Try again.
I'm clean.
Where is it?
Search it. You won't find anything.
Can't be dismissed that easily.
I gave it up, okay? After I saw how my actions affected another person I cared about, I quit. It wasn't worth it anymore, and neither was being around people I cared about. Look, I owe David. I owe it to him to find out what happened at his death. I need to make this right.
David's case is what inspired me to become an investigative journalist.
What are you, 12?
I came really close to the truth.
Journalist, huh? Where's your credentials?
I gave it up.
Boy, you don't know shit.
I came to a closer resolve than anyone ever did.
You're a fucking maid at some dumpy bed and breakfast.
You calling me a liar?
Liar, perjurer, fibber, you name it.
I worked with David. I knew his family. I got access to the case that reporters wish they had. And I knew firsthand that towards the end of David's life, he was just different.
Time of the month?
You are such an asshole. No wonder you and your brother have issues.
Wait. Entertain me.
Hindsight, David suffered from a severe level of depression. He began struggling at work, and things just weren't the same during his last couple years. David was very much aware of his surroundings. He was aware that projecting that type of negative energy can have an effect on people. And I think that's why he often kept to himself.
Fine. You work together. What else you got?
What inspired me to become a journalist was the circumstance of his death. David died exactly how he said he would.
I'm sorry?
Hit and run, bicycle torn up, severe brain damage. It was everything he talked about.
What are you saying?
David committed suicide.
I don't understand. So, you know all this, and you just keep this to yourself? What about the police, the family?
My job was to report the facts, to create a clear, rational story. All David did was exaggerate. Now you tell me, how exactly can I prove any of that? People would have wanted answers, explanations, both things that I can't give. But it stands to reason that it's certainly plausible.
But the driver never stopped.
People seem to forget that the night David died, it was downpouring. It was one of the worst rains we had that year. And the path he took was a populated back road. It could have been anyone who hit him, if they even saw him, but it doesn't leave a lot of room for solid evidence. However, there's not much evidence to the contrary, so it begins to make sense.
Except your journalist story.
I keep this with me. I keep it to remind me of why I left. the viciousness of the media. I really thought I was helping, knowing the backstory I did, finding credible sources, providing info to the public. But all I did was cause pain to the Albright family. So I gave it up. Had to start over. The Albrights are a powerful family. It wasn't easy getting another job in this town. So here I am.
Incredible.
May I offer some advice?
No.
That brother of yours, he may be all you have left in the world. Whatever you're arguing about, settle it. Don't let your differences divide you two.
Kyle.
You're only going to bring Kyle down. Kyle has all the chances in the world.
Back off!
You're smothering him because of it.
You and I, we don't work well together.
Live with yourself if you let that happen.
What are you doing?
I'm leaving.
It's late. Where are you gonna go?
I'll manage.
Yeah, but David.
Kyle, I think it's time to leave David alone, okay? I think you made a noble effort. I mean, Christ's sakes, you made it all the way to Washington. But this isn't something you're gonna win.
Watch me. There's so.
I said let it go, Kyle. You've done enough. Let David rest in peace. Leave the family alone. It's time we cut our losses.
We're so close.
There's no leads, Kyle. And it's like that for a reason. There's no goddamn case. And you should have known that. But you're too stupid, too goddamn stupid, to realize.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Do I know why Wes hasn't contacted you? Because I changed the note, moron. I told him you didn't know when you'd be back.
He would have gone.
I went into your phone and blocked his number.
You did what? Why would you do that?
Because I want to give us a chance to reconcile our differences without anyone else interfering. But it's not working. None of it is working.
You overstepped your bounds.
Dan was right. Everything he said was right.
Dan, what the hell does Dan have to do with this?
You're always the rightful owner of these rings. They belong with you. Merry fucking Christmas.
Fuck you, Adam.
That's the first time you ever said that to me.
Fuck you and your narcissistic attitude. Fuck you and your ugly fucking shirt. Fuck this.
Don't disrespect our parents like that.
What's the matter? They're dead, right?
I mean it, Kyle. Quit it.
You gonna walk out on me?
You've been wanting me to leave since I got here.
Well, I changed my mind.
Stolvi! You meant everything to them. They really loved you, Kyle. Always remember that.
Where'd you get the money, Adam?
Huh?
Where did you get the money? You stole it, didn't you?
Is that how little you think of me?
Well, you're the one sitting here telling me about your poor lifestyle, making comments about what I'm wearing, when you came up with a wad of 50s, which you so easily handed over.
I earned it.
What?
I earned it, okay? You don't believe me?
You show up at my door unannounced, pockets are loaded, we haven't spoken in years, and you hand me a bundle of cash. Yeah, I don't believe it.
I'm making up for lost time.
Come again?
It's my job my entire life to look out for you, Kyle. I know I neglected that responsibility for a long time. I wasn't lying to you when I said I wanted to check up on you. It's what Mom and Dad would have wanted. I can get by without money, Kyle. I've done it forever.
Why do you insist I was their favorite?
Because you were the youngest. By default, our parents favored you.
We gotta settle this.
Bury it, Kyle.
No, stop running. We need to talk now.
Drop it.
We cannot keep doing this, Adam. Holding everything inside until we erupt. No, I want to know why it's like this. What is it going to take for us to be honest with each other?
I don't owe you anything.
You owe me everything. You abandoned me twice now. Do you see the recurring theme here? So what is really the problem?
Throughout it all, you never felt what loneliness feels like. You talk about abandonment, but you've never been alone. You never had to do things on your own. You never had to watch everyone you know move on with their lives, be successful, get new opportunities. And I just stand there from a distance, and I see what they have. And I know that no matter what I do, I'm never gonna be able to achieve that. No one wants to talk about loneliness. That feeling of isolation. It's just you and your thoughts, and they eat away at you. There's no one to turn to. No one who can understand. It's brutal.
Sorry. I didn't know.
Do you know what it feels like to feel broken?
Yes.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Jesus fucking Christ. Look, loneliness I may not understand. But do not tell me I don't know what it feels like to be broken. Our parents' death shattered me. I turned the drugs, remember?
Couldn't even do that right.
And yet you constantly attack me. 5 years go by, we fight. Another year goes by, we fight again. Why? All I do is look up to you, and yet you constantly antagonize me.
I'm jealous of you, okay?
What?
I'm jealous. You had their love, you had their affection, you had their respect, you had everything I wanted, everything I deserved. And they just die, and you weren't at the hospital, and you were everything I wanted to be, everything I hoped to be. How can I compete with someone like you? I was never going to live up to their expectations. Couldn't compete with the values you had. Competition just became too much.
You know what Mom and Dad always said?
Did you have perfect eyebrows?
You are what you believe you are. Our relationship with each other is cruel enough you can't keep doing this yourself. You're letting yourself slip into this false reality. It was never a competition, Adam. I mean, you say I had their love, but you had their attention. You know, Mom and Dad missed my college graduation because you got pulled over by the cops for DUI. My highest achievement, their first son to graduate college. They weren't there. Jealousy goes both ways. Okay? I envied your relationship with them.
Man, all we did was argue.
Yeah, but every minute you spent arguing smothered any chance I ever had of connecting. Never really felt like I knew Mom and Dad. It was hard to talk to them between all your parent-teacher conferences and all your public disorderlies. You know, growing up, I always felt like I could never connect with the people living in my own house. Look, I don't want to fight anymore, Adam. You know, I think we've been through enough, don't you?
It's always going to be like this. Us fighting, arguing. Rise and shine, motherfucker.
Jesus Christ.
Get dressed.
Dude, leave me alone. I am not going anywhere with you.
Oh, yes, you are. Because today is going to be the day where Kyle and Adam find out the answers of, dun dun dun, the tragedy of David Albright.
I should have never told you about that.
Now get your ass up. Today,
We prepare for war.
War? What's next? Like some battle cry?
You bet! About to Xena warrior princess all over this bitch.
I really hate you.
What's that?
That's what?
Over here.
Perfect.
Look at this cutie.
Wonderful.
When I say cutie, I mean me.
What is this, blackmail?
Blackmail? Kyle, this is the fucking Mona Lisa of pictures. No. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Now, I'm gonna be sending you this picture. So whenever I call you, and every time I call you, this beautiful picture will blow up your phone.
Thanks.
Now, let's get you dressed. We can't all look this good. It's gonna take you several tries. Let's get the show on the road.
How long are we gonna keep doing this? Pretending that everything's okay when we're just barely keeping afloat. It's my fault. Oh man, it's my fault. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault.